Mistake number 3 is an obsession with partnering. Okay? Let me tell you something. Partnering is bullshit. Partnering is bullshit. There's only one thing that counts in a startup. It's sales. Partnering is bullshit. Partnering means two organizations try to compensate for their weaknesses by partnering with another. 2 plus 2 will equal 3 in this case. Partnerships mean nothing. Don't get me started on this. You know what entrepreneurs should focus on is sales. Sales fixes everything. You want to be left alone by your investors? Meet your numbers. That's as simple as that. Nobody cares about partnering. Partnering is total bullshit. You only use that word whenever you don't have sales. Okay? Partnering is bullshit. Number 4. I think a lot of entrepreneurs are focusing on the pitching process. How do we pitch to raise money? How do we win business plan contests? How do we perfect our PowerPoint skills? And I'll tell you something. Listen, I can help you win a business plan contest. I can help you perfect your pitch. No question. But in the real world, the key is not the pitch. The key is the prototype. If someone gave me a choice of having a team come in with a great PowerPoint pitch or come in with a prototype that is working, I would pick the working prototype all day long. Because in a few hours, I can help most of you fix your pitch. I cannot in a few hours help anybody fix their prototype. Prototyping is the key. In a perfect world, in this VC world, it's changed completely now. And it used to be that you tried to raise money because you had to build a team, to write software, you needed a year, you needed $2 million, you need something like that, right? But now, if you think about it, all the things you need for a tech startup, they're free or cheap. Let's go down through the list. You need infrastructure. Okay? Infrastructure today is free or cheap. You use Rackspace. You use Amazon Web Services. You don't buy any servers anymore. You don't buy buildings. You don't lease buildings. You use Amazon. You use Rackspace. $1,000, you get a terabyte in the sky. Marketing. Before you had to throw parties, you had to hire PR firms, you had to do all this kind of stuff. Now you have Pinterest, you have Twitter, you have Facebook, you have Google+. You have LinkedIn. You have all this social media. The marketing is free. Before, you had to have commercial real estate. You had to have a team physically in one place. Now, many teams are virtual. You don't need as much commercial real estate. Before, you had to buy a license for SQL from Oracle. Now, everything is open source. So if you go down this list, everything is kind of free or cheap. And so this is a completely different world. And in this world, you are expected to show up with a prototype. Not just a pitch, a prototype. Because with $25,000 or $50,000, which is money that you should be able to get from your parents, from your credit cards, shaking down people you should show up with a prototype. It's a completely different expectation. And it works to your advantage. Because when you show up with a prototype, you have significantly reduced one risk, which is that you can actually deliver a product. Before, with PowerPoint, you had a much lower valuation because PowerPoint is total bullshit. You're making stuff up for PowerPoint, right? So let me tell you, I've been lied to so many times. You could not possibly tell me a lie that I have not heard. So the PowerPoint pitch is fundamentally a lot of bullshit, right? But a prototype is not bullshit unless the person you're showing it is so stupid that doesn't understand that you're using mock-ups. But then if the person is that stupid, arguably you wouldn't want that person's money because that person is too stupid. You don't want stupid money. So the point is prototype. Prototype, not pitch, okay? Next lie. Next lie is if you are going to pitch, next mistake. This is called the Guy Kawasaki 10-20-30 rule of PowerPoint. I hope that you will trust me on this. The optimal number of slides in a PowerPoint presentation is 10. 10. You'd be lucky to get 10 thoughts across, 10 cogent points across, okay? The time you should be able to give those 10 slides in is 20 minutes. It's 10-20-30 rule. Now, you may ask, well, why would you limit yourself to 20 minutes when you have a 1-hour meeting? Well, probably not in this audience, but in most audiences, roughly 95% of the world is still using Windows. And so that 95% of the world, they need 40 minutes to make their laptop work with the projector. Okay?